Right, so we've got two guys on the court for this rally, and it's quite a good rally. You see here, it's a little cross-court drop. Now, he hasn't got body on the ball in that he hasn't got a really good strong shot down the wall, and so he's opted to lift it up, and he can just stroll back to the tee and get a dominating court position from here. Flick lob's not good enough, and he's gone for the open court at the front of the court. But this is quite a good lob, and see how much stress he's under. I'll just drop back a couple of bits. There you go. And you see the amount of stress that he's under. He's under some serious stress here with 1, 2, 3 point location. He's lifting the ball up just to gain time to get back in control. He can go down the wall, but the shot down the wall is not going to be a convincing shot, and he may finish it short, and that'll open him up for a cross court back to this side of the court, which means he's running big lines. So he'd have to run all the way from here to here, which is a big line. Right. So basically what he's doing is opting to gain time. So he wants to gain time and make sure that he's got enough time to get back into the rally. So he's lifted it up. See how much stress he was under, and he slid out of the shot into the corner. And now he's put a reasonable lob in. And see, by the time the ball struck, he sort of made it almost back on balance. He hasn't quite got back to where he needs to be, but it's almost done the job for him. And this guy's done a really clever thing in that he's gone across court. Now you see how the ball, he just can't possibly get his racket on it because his body motion was going back towards the tee. And although he's overhit it because it's come off the back wall, if that wasn't overhit, that would have been a great shot. But we're going from here, and the ball goes in the back corner, so that's a pretty good shot. He's tried to flick a lob once again. That's another type of lob which I didn't mark as a lob. He's trying to gain time to dig the ball out to get it high, to get good court position. And then he's chosen to go round, and we're in trouble. So what are we going to do? We're going to go up. Now the object is to get the ball as high as you can. If you finish it short, you're in a position. This is where you get it wrong. So from here, if you don't get your lob high enough, it's almost like you need to make sure that you go and get the ball past this channel here. So it's like you get the ball past here. If you can get it above that area and clear all this height, you need to clear the height through here, and so the ball will then come down. And if you can get it to come down, I'd say, so the ball goes up here and then over, and then if it can come down over this area here, then you're looking really good. But anything in that center channel, and it's a real problem. So you've got to make sure that you really are careful to clear that area. It's not the world's best shot because it's nice and wide from the side wall, but it still made it a little bit difficult. Not a very good drop, and not a very good drive down the wall, or half lob, whatever that was. Okay, so the options here, he's using that same, it's a slow rally, and so he's gone into the mode of trying to lift the ball up again and really make sure that he pushes it right across. So he's lifted it right across, and he's going for the ball. Now this is a good lob because see how he's not on the ground? He's actually finding it difficult to get stability as he strikes. And that's a slow volley drop, and he's still only landing now. So the lob from the back of the court in that situation is really quite a good shot, and mostly because the people cannot control themselves overhead perfectly. Very often, a lot of people think they're fantastic, but they're nowhere near as good as they are. Then he should have gone onto that drop shot so much earlier. We're in trouble here because the drop shot's pretty good, and the other guy's straight on the ball, so he's ready to go forward. He's ready for a leap forward and attack the ball with a big drive. So what do we choose to do? Once again, we're going to go up. So merely going to lift up. This is the best lob. This is a great lob. You see how the ball hits the side wall. Now you don't necessarily have to hit the side wall, but you do have to make the ball come down towards the floor on your opponent, not at your opponent from the front wall. So to clarify that, what that means is that you don't want the ball to come this way towards your opponent. You want the ball to come down this way towards your opponent. So instead of coming from the front wall, you want it to come from the roof. So it comes down, down, down. And therefore you have to change the angle of the shot. So to hit that ball, you have to change the angle of the ball. This one, you just got to send it back where it came from. So it's nowhere near as difficult if you get a lob from the front wall direction as if you get a lob from the roof direction. So hopefully you can understand that. And it's a pretty good thing. So you really don't have to hit the side wall, but it's wonderful if you do, but you're playing with the outer court line is what I'm trying to say. So then we go from there. So the ball comes into the back corner and sets pitch nice and low. You can really only dig it out. Now, opportunity here, he just needed half volley drop this, but what does he do? He waits and plays this really soft little nothing drop. And because he hasn't got body on the ball and he was expecting so much more, he's just opted for the option. Now, this is not a bad option. This is an attacking lob. An attacking lob is one which goes generally to an area of difficulty, and the area of difficulty would be high backhand, because this guy has not shown any ability to really put the ball away overhead backhand. It's not a bad attacking shot as well. So instead of coming through, he could have come forward and really attacked the drive, and he probably should have come forward and attacked the drive because the drop was so bad, but he is where he is, and it's not the worst shot selection at all. So see here, see that? That's difficult. Not many people can play this shot very well. And he's gone down the wall, and see, he's almost done okay with it. And this is what it does. It's opened up that shot. So the lob is giving him this shot. Now he should be quite good with this shot because he's coming in on a ball which is about shoulder height, and he had options there, but unfortunately he just hasn't executed. So you just got to be mindful of what you do when there's a no let there, because he didn't go around, he didn't take the right line, in my opinion. So he needed to make sure, so we go from here, this lob here, that should have been an attacking drive. He should have been on the ball and just smashing it down towards the floor, right cross court. But he's chosen the lob, rightfully or wrong. But you see the body, see how he's just in so much trouble there. So it gains your time. Now you need to attack and hit this really sharp. What does he do? He just floats it in. It's just a careful rally, this whole rally. Both the players are being really, really careful, not trying to lose any points and so on. So there you go. What we need to do is we need to lob to go and gain time. So you lob to go and gain time. Here's time. And get court position. Here I'm going to lob to get court position back in the rally here. We're going to push the ball down the back. Lob to try and get it out. In trouble, we're going to lob to get more time. Here we're going to lob in a second. Here we go, right here. There to get court position to attack. Here we're going to attack. We're going to attack with enough. Another lob to recover. And that should be better. And it's a lob here. And this should have finished it off. Bang. But he's left it open. And there we are. So it's not a bad rally. It just shows you how often lobs can be used and how they can actually change the pace. Both these guys are hard hitters and they're smacking the ball around 1,000,000 miles an hour. This rally comes out and all of a sudden it changes the whole concept of the match. So it changes the dynamics of the match as well. Lobs will actually do that really, really well. And if you find you're having trouble winning on the scoreboard and you start to change the game like this, you may find it really gives you an option to really knock the game plan around or of your opponent, or change the tempo of the match. That's a wonderful thing to do. Right, there you go. That's it. And it's great fun to go and lift the ball up, get a bit more time, get your breath, and change the momentum of the game.